And we are live. Yay, 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 yay. We're live, we're live, we're live, we're live, we're live. Welcome Instagram Live, people, everybody, to the High Noon show here at the KASHA McKee Gallery. I'm Kasha, and today I have a wonderful guest, beautiful, gorgeous, lovely, and smart. She is a corporate connector. She is a brand, more than a brand ambassador, because she is in fashion, she's in beauty, and the corporate end, making products launch, all kinds of awesome stuff. I don't even know how to introduce her properly, obviously. But she's lovely, she's gorgeous, she's a local, and she knows what's going on now here in Palm Beach 2021 summer. May I please introduce JACLYN MILFORD, the woman of Wall Street. Welcome, 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 welcome.
Thanks for having me.
So sorry about such a wordy intro,
yeah.
but I thought I had it down before you arrived, and then, you know, the whole live thing.
It's funny because I do the same thing when I'm like, people are like, what do you do? I'm like,
Where do I start?
blah.
Yay. Well, welcome, welcome. It's a
Thanks for
gorgeous
having me.
Friday
Yay.
on High Noon. Yay. So, to start, in honor of you, I went to work and I...
So impressed by this setup
for my guests, I always like to do a little something, something. So,
Sure.
we have a couple of bevies. I have this new product that's launched this summer. Alexandra Dupuy, brand ambassador, she was here a couple of episodes ago, and she brought this tequila seltzer called Onda. 4 different flavors, but I only have 3 of them left.
So it's a seltzer. It has, is it like real tequila in it or?
Ta-da! Real tequila, real fruit.
This is some
5%.
This is some really nice packaging.
Isn't
I have
that
to
nice?
say, from a branding perspective.
Right.
Like, this is very sleek.
Branding
I like it.
girl.
I don't even want to open it.
Well, we have in my little sidebar here. We have these 3 left, and some straws.
Oh, I think I'm gonna do blood orange if that's okay.
You know what? That's
that
my
the best
opinion
one?
is my favorite.
We can
What
share.
What
We
else
can
do we
put
have?
2 straws in.
That's okay. I've got the lime. The lime is great anytime. Oh, and the grapefruit.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But we also have dun, da, da, da. I have some organic peppermint with honey iced tea that I made.
I'm so excited about that.
That could be
actually.
like a little extra something,
Yeah.
something. And then Victor,
I love
Concepcion, promoter, left me this beautiful
Casamigos.
bottle of Casamigos.
Yeah.
So we have choices, darling.
So I'm wondering, where do we start? Do we start with the alcohol, the shot, or the mint water?
Let's not forget.
I mean, I would say for good luck, you always start with a shot, right? Isn't that
Your wish is my
the
command.
nerve, like, it's kind of
I'm in. I'm here. I'm in.
Right? 5
So,
o'clock somewhere.
Then we'll start with this one. It's super cold.
Yeah.
Just a little one, because the other day kind of did me in.
I know. I do have to work after this, so I don't want to be on the phone with, clients like,
Chatty Cathy, as
Yeah.
my husband likes to call me. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Oh.
Welcome
Cheers.
to High Noon.
Thank you for having
Happy
me.
Palm Beach 2021.
Wow, and thank you, Victor, for the Casamigos.
Yeah.
My favorite.
So we haven't seen each other in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
We got together during COVID, during the hysteria of it all, and JACLYN and I actually wanted to really come to the forefront, and we our minds met, our hearts met, and we were like, what can we do?
Right, yeah.
And
little super women.
Yeah, we wanted to be super women here in oh, my camera person is back. Are we not framed?
I'm just gonna do a little
Little
bit.
adjustment.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a good angle.
Yeah.
Don't cut her out, whatever
Perfect.
you do. Thank you. So back to how we met, and luckily, Rodney Mayo was already sort of took the lead in that, and he did the whole helping hands thing. Remember,
Right.
we had that meeting, and we're like, what can we do? What can we do? And he
Yeah.
basically said, well, you know, think of something, but he was already thought of something, and he ran with it.
Yeah, he's fantastic. You know, he really cares so much about the community. I think, you know,
He was a lifesaver for so many
Yeah.
people. The meals that he put out every single day.
incredible.
So Rodney,
Yeah.
we love
Yeah.
you, and thanks for bringing us together.
Yeah,
because
thank
now
you.
we're
Julio,
friends.
too.
And
Oh,
Julio,
yeah.
of course. Julio, the tax man.
Julio is the tax man.
The tax man.
He is a tax man. If you see the Red Power Ranger in downtown West Palm.
Oh,
that's
is
Julio
that
the tax
outside on the building still?
That is, yes.
That is so funny.
The Power Ranger is a little bit, he needs a new suit. We're trying to figure out where to order a custom suit for a life-size Power Ranger that saves you from
Amazon.com,
tax crime.
possibly?
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Like,
Use the Google.
I know. I think it needs its own like tailor to come in and actually
Little
just
custom.
do a little custom.
Something custom.
Yeah, a little
But
upgrade.
since then, fast forward, your COVID experience, did you get it?
Well, I mean, one can
Did you get sick?
can only be. I was sick. I was actually sick on my birthday last year, which really was a bummer because I planned a big party and then I got sick the day
When's your
before,
birthday?
July 3rd, just passed.
Okay. Happy birthday. Oh, happy birthday.
you.
Happy birthday.
Happy
It's
birthday.
a birthday. Woo-hoo, it's a birthday. Still July 3rd.
Mm. Yeah, I celebrated for the whole month.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I was sick for a couple days last year.
So it didn't really
and,
hit you that hard?
You know,
Do you think it was COVID?
here's the thing though, with me, and I'm a big believer in this for anyone that's listening. I always practice intuitive health. So, like, I had a stack of vitamins, and like the moment that I was like,
You don't feel so great.
something's
a little
not
off.
right.
Yeah.
I had like 15 different types of vitamins, and I drank warm water back to back to back all day. I was
Warm
better
water.
in like
Wow.
3 days. I didn't get tested to see like if I actually had it in the end.
Was zinc a part of that routine?
Yeah, zinc was. Yeah.
Zinc, vitamin C,
Vitamin C, vitamin D,
B.
garlic.
Ooh, there's some garlic in there.
Yeah, I mean, I really just like went to Walgreens.
Did you do any fresh juices, like fresh
Oh
juicer
yeah,
juices?
I did
So good for you.
warm water. I did fresh juices.
While we have a little tequila.
Right, exactly, exactly. Yeah. I mean, you know, it's all about creating balance in your life. You know, it's you still have to enjoy, but
These match your shoes.
they do match my shoes.
Look at that on the
actually.
inside.
I
They're
think
hot
you
pink.
did that on
How
purpose.
gorgeous is that?
Maybe my shoe was a little tequila.
So where did you isolate? Were you here?
Yeah, I, you know what? As luck would have it, I had just went to Publix, and I ended up having a lot of food in the house, so I just stayed
And
in
toilet
bed.
paper?
I stayed in, and
What was that all
toilet
about?
paper. I mean, come on, people.
That's
Whoever
obsessed.
did that, I'm sorry. That's just a little bit like, hello.
Oh my goodness. Bit too crazy.
Yeah, I mean, and who doesn't have extra toilet paper as it is?
Yeah,
like,
right, come
come
on.
on. Right, I'm like, come on, 4 packs? No, it's like you need 24. So, yeah, I had isolated inside, and I stayed inside for like 10 days, really out of respect for other people. I felt better within the first few days.
How
And
many
then,
masks did you have?
Like,
I had an assortment, like
Yeah.
sparkly, black, white,
I had
Hermes.
Yeah, right. I mean, she's cooler than I am. I had like the ones that everyone has, basically the ones that are still in my purse, which are like the blue cloth ones.
The medical
Not
ones.
so cool.
The doctor ones.
Yeah.
That's okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
I figured if it's gonna be on my face and I have to be out in public,
so
like
true.
I wanna have some fun with it.
Yeah.
A little bit,
Yeah.
matchy.
Right. Yeah, I did it at some point. Like I got a couple of different colors and like But the thing is, like the
Such a drag though.
the
Man, I
cute
hated
ones
the
like
mask.
fall off your face too. They had like the ties, and I was like, I'm losing these.
Oh yeah, always
constantly.
lose them.
Always lose
Where's your mask?
them.
Oh man, it's in the car.
Yeah.
Oh man, I left it at home.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
The mask phenomenon. Thumbs down.
Yeah, I
It was
know.
terrible. I'm so glad. Maskless. I can breathe.
I know it's that industry is almost out of business.
Yeah, right. That
unfortunately,
was
for them.
this people stepped
People
up.
got into it.
They started making them. Like
I know.
all the seamstresses.
I know.
All right, let's get back to our bevies.
I know.
I'm glad that you only hit you for a little bit.
Yeah.
You recovered quickly, you took care of
That's it,
yourself,
yeah.
and really that's what it comes down to. This whole vaccine thing is beyond me. If you are compromised, if you are really not a healthy person, don't take care of yourself, and you are at risk, then yes, go get vaccinated. But for the rest of us, please don't force us, because I take care of myself. Sounds like you take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I think it's just important to think for yourself. Like we all
Be
have to do what's
responsible.
best for ourselves, and also like we should be educating people more on their own personal health. And how you take
Absolutely.
care of yourself.
If that wasn't a reality check, the whole COVID thing about taking care of your body,
Yeah.
like, yeah. So
Yeah.
take
One
care
body,
of yourselves,
one body.
people. While we
It's your
have more
temple.
alcohol.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right. Yeah. Well, I think this like is also right. Isn't this like help us to?
It's in moderation,
Mhm.
sincerely. You know,
Doesn't alcohol kill the germs?
alcohol, tequila is
Tequila?
actually good for you because
Okay.
it's an upper, it's a
Yeah.
exuberant thing, so
Uh-huh.
it gets the immune system going.
Yeah, I feel like I'm awake. My coffee did nothing, and tequila did everything.
Blame it on Kasha.
We blame it on Kasha. I'm just wondering who the third person is here.
we're gonna do a little.
we're gonna close our eyes. We should do a taste test.
Which one do you want?
Okay. All right.
And you
Should
have
we,
to tell
like-
me the flavor.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
Oh,
here you
should
go.
I?
Here.
Should
here
I
you go.
tell you which? Okay. Let
There
me
you
see.
go. There you go. You
This
can
is-
open your eyes.
I was gonna taste test.
Yeah.
Oh, this one is this is not the orange. This is grapefruit.
Ding 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 ding. You know what? You win.
I win.
You win. Would you like an
Wow.
oatmeal cookie?
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, definitely. I would love one.
All right, my turn.
All right. Oh, I closed my eyes too. Okay.
Did you really?
Yeah.
You're so funny. Are you trying to trick me and give me the grapefruit as well? Just kidding. It's lime.
All right, you get a cookie too.
Well, you know what? Perhaps there might be something else.
Oh my god.
Dun, da, da, da. For you, in honor of JACLYN MILFORD's presence,
Oh my
I
God.
did a little Palm Beach style
This is.
crustless toasted tomato
How did you
sandwiches
know that I don't eat the crust?
and
Oh my.
crustless toasted cucumber. This is Palm Beach, darling. Like, come on.
You know. You're sure you're not supposed to eat on camera.
I'm gonna join you.
My mother always told me, "You're a gavone."
Is that your name?
No, gavone, like you say it in Italian, like gavone.
You're
like,
Italian?
Mhm.
Isn't that amazing? I love Italians. I have something about Italians. It's just, I love Italian everything. The food, the clothes, the cars.
Yeah.
Before I was married, the men.
They're okay.
I'm amazed
No, they're
that
good. They're
I
good.
didn't marry an Italian man.
You didn't.
No, but guess what my favorite city on the planet is?
Milan.
Rome.
Rome.
Roma.
I actually haven't been to Rome.
Mm.
I've only done Lecce and Milan and
Well, Milan for the fashion for sure.
right.
course.
My business partner at the time, that was like her one request in our like summer trip we took to Europe for like 6 weeks, and I was like, oh, I don't want to go, and then I was there and I was like, wow, this place is so cool.
How could you not want to go to Milan?
Because, okay, for people that, have, like, Italians. I mean, of course, if you live there, you're gonna love it. But like, it's I wouldn't say it's the most beautiful place in Italy. Like, it's just known for the fashion, and then
super fashion.
you know, you have like the streets
Major shopping.
that smell of cologne, which is so cool.
I have not been to Milan.
Oh yeah, they have like a whole. It's called Babila something, and I don't want to butcher the name of it, but they if you walk on the street, it smells like cologne any time of day.
Wow,
which is
I love that.
Yeah.
Do you have a good assortment of perfume in your collection? Do you have a collection of perfume? I do. You have to have
That
like a
I
nice
do.
collection of perfume.
I am a classic Guerlain girl. I love
Guerlain.
them.
Nice. That's French. That's not Italian.
Yeah, that's French. And then Les Artisans. It's, I don't know. I think they're also French.
Mhm.
So I think I was a French girl in my past life. I am like
I think
10%.
you look French.
I'm about 10%
With the
French.
pasty, you look French.
I definitely pasty.
Parisienne.
I'll take it. I'll take it. You know, I feel very connected to the French culture. So, should I just put this?
Go for it.
I'm gonna go for it.
So here is our iced tea, peppermint iced tea, which I think would go really great with some tequila.
No, that's probably like a really good combination.
Well,
Should we try it without?
I'd like you to try it without.
Okay.
Do you want a straw or no straw?
Oh no, I'm just gonna. Salud. Cheers.
Salud. Oh my goodness.
That's really
how
good.
refreshing is that? Boom!
Wow, that is so good.
From my heart to your heart, I made it for you.
That is so good.
Thank you. Organic peppermint with honey.
Wow.
Ah, simple.
And you know, peppermint is like another thing. It's just good for the body. I love peppermint.
All right, so JACLYN MILFORD, we're going to talk about how fabulous you are. This girl is absolutely fabulous.
Why, thank you.
When I met you, my first impression was this girl has her together, and absolutely 100%. And then the whole brand, business, corporate connecting, the women of Wall Street. Tell everybody what everything is all about.
Yeah, so am I looking here or here?
Both.
Both.
Yeah, we got both.
Yeah, you know, my background is actually in brand development, beauty and fashion, and I specialize in community building. So I really work with brands to help them understand how to build strong, very human-like connections with their audience. And, you know, technology is great, and you know, marketing has evolved, and you know, there's a lot of ways to
Marketing
predict.
has certainly evolved.
Yeah,
It's
you
crazy.
can predict behavior, but my you know, my approach has always been like, listen, people aren't predictable. You can't simply put them into boxes. And so I help brands.
Though they try.
They try. They try. Oh, they try. They try. So I really help consult for brands and help them build more human-like connections. We test markets.
That's a niche
Very niche.
talent.
I've always been interested in behavioral psychology and you know,
Likewise.
how people interact with things, how they interact with people,
Mhm.
and what makes them feel comfortable and welcomed, especially when it comes to like these very, you know, like, well, fashion and beauty was like my passion growing up, you know, and those markets were, you know, had alienated themselves in a lot of ways for years. So I kind of like, you know, I didn't go to college, and I saw a really unique opportunity to take my love for psychology and to implement it into a market that wasn't really necessarily thinking about that side of it. So
Can we just go back to not going to college just for a second?
yeah.
Because I did go to the Canadian version of college. I went to 2 universities.
Wow.
And
That's cool.
and was politely excused from the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Little letter in the mail, please don't come back.
Yeah.
And the second one, I just changed my mind. I went to interior design school.
Wow.
But I fell in love with photography through
you
that.
were creative, yeah.
And the interior design program was 4 years long. And to me at that time, I was like, what? 4 years?
Right.
And I don't know, call it divine intervention, but the camera came into my life, quit, and boots on the ground, straight ahead photography for the rest of my life, 27 years later. So how did you not go to college?
Yeah, well, the truth is that I, it was really difficult. Once I got to high school, my parents were divorced and the whole, and I just felt
Emotional time?
I think I also just felt really disconnected from the high school experience because I was working 2 jobs. I was
kind
playing,
of jobs? Fashion jobs?
Yeah, I actually, my first 2 jobs was for Audi, and I also worked
You worked in a car dealer?
I did, yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I was the young girl there, spunky young.
Selling cars?
I wasn't selling cars.
Oh, okay.
I worked, I was more in a secretary type of role.
Admin,
More
No problem.
admin. And then I also worked for a high-end retailer who was they don't do this stuff anymore, but back then they used to serve cappuccinos to
I worked in one of those
clientele,
places.
yeah.
It must have been an Italian joint.
It was actually a very high-end Cuban retailer, and it was a
Cuban
beautiful,
coffee. That's
right. Exactly.
High-end Cuban. That's interesting.
Yeah. So
Did they have a cigar roller in the back?
They didn't have a cigar roller. I know, that would have been funny, especially with codes, with fire codes. But
Keep
yeah,
it authentic.
So, right? Yeah. So I was working 2 jobs. I was an honors student, so it wasn't like I was failing in school.
You're a smart girl.
But I felt very disconnected from the whole experience. So my mom simply said to me, she's like, "JACLYN, I get it. I feel like you've learned what you came to learn, and if you want to leave school genuinely, I will sign you out."
Really? Your mother supported that?
My
Wow.
mother
She
supported
knows
it.
you.
My mother supported it. She bought me a guitar, and I was also
Wow. What
started
kind of guitar?
an acoustic guitar,
Nice.
and
You learned how to play guitar.
a microphone stand and a microphone, and
She's like, have at it.
yeah, she was she was
What
really,
a great mom.
yeah, she was really supportive.
Is she still with us?
She is, yeah. I know.
What's her name?
I know. Stephanie.
Stephanie. Rock on. Well done. Look at this.
I know. She couldn't be better.
Yay.
So yeah, no, she was great.
So she replaced high school with music.
She replaced high school with music for me. I mean, I had been in bands from I think I was 11 years old.
What kind of band? Band?
Punk rock girl band.
How do you get into a band at 11?
Oh yeah, my dad played a little bit of
little
guitar.
neighborhood garage band.
Listen, I was I came out of a womb
that's hilarious.
punk rock. I was
wow. I love punk rock.
Yeah,
Sex
I
Pistols.
still do. Yeah.
Johnny
yeah.
Rotten.
Clash. Yeah.
The
definitely.
Clash.
Yeah.
Hello.
So I mean, I was in bands from 12 years old, and then I left
punk
school.
Did you have a mohawk?
Yes, I did at one point in time. Yes.
I can just see you in your combat boots and your suspenders, a freaking mohawk.
Well, funny enough, actually, in high school, I was at my grandma's house one day, and I went into the bathroom, and I cut all of my hair off, and then I walked out of the bathroom.
How short?
It was pixie.
Pixie short.
It was pixie. It was actually, How
beautiful.
Do you remember that movie?
Almost Sinead O'Connor, not
The
quite.
Legend of Billie Jean.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, when I saw that movie, I was 14 or 15, and I was like, this girl is badass.
There you go.
She's hot. She doesn't need her hair. She's cool.
I shaved my head once.
Did you?
It was a breakup, and it was peach fuzzy. And
Yeah.
I had hair
bet
down
that
in
looked
here.
Really good on
I was
you.
25,
Mhm.
and I was like, I lived in Vancouver for 10 months with this.
I love Vancouver.
I don't know how to describe him, but I was so in love with this misfit. I'll give him that. He was an absolute misfit, but he was tall, hair down to here, gorgeous, and but he didn't fit into society. He didn't want to fit into society, and for some reason I didn't care. I just loved him.
That's so rock and roll.
I just
like
loved
not fitting
him.
into society.
Yeah.
Right? Like.
But it didn't last. So to break that spell, that love spell, I shaved my head. He came into the room while the mirror was going over my head, and he was like, "What are you doing?"
what do you like?
And then I left. I said, "Bye-bye."
When you shaved your hair
Back
off,
to Toronto.
what was your feeling about yourself, and what was also like the reaction that you received?
It was an incredible experience because that whole femininity, you know, the whole being, your hair is a part of your identity, that was never me. I was a lot more tomboy-y, never wanted or felt attractive for the majority of my early life. And so when I had long, beautiful, flowy hair, I was in this weird relationship on the other side of the country, I was like, who am I? I gotta get out of here. It's the beginning of my photography career.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? I'm out. I'm going back to Toronto. I shaved my head, and when I got back to Toronto, the people that I had left had missed me terribly. They're like, where have you been? And what did you do to your hair? But then they loved it. People couldn't keep their hands off my head.
Yeah.
So it was just after Sinead O'Connor a couple of years, but yeah, no, they loved it.
But, and I
Grew
feel
in
like,
nice. It was all kind of crazy.
And it's so like I felt when I cut my hair off. I remember I went back to school, and like I could hear like boys behind me, and they were like, "She's cute, but I think she's lesbian."
Of course.
And I remember feeling so liberated. I felt
exactly so liberated.
so powerful, and I felt for the first time.
Did you comment? Did you say anything to them?
Oh, I just turned back and I was like,
We'd like to know.
Yeah, wouldn't you like to know?
Would you like
right?
to
I'm
know?
like,
Can't touch this. MCM here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I remember feeling so liberated, so powerful, and I think that was the time as a young girl, you know, because you're really discovering yourself and like
so impressionable.
You're so impressionable, and I felt more feminine than ever because I
Isn't
realized,
that amazing?
yeah, and like you said, like your hair is not part of your identity, and I think, you know, as women, we are constantly feeling like we need to prove our femininity. Same as men need to feel like they need to prove their masculinity.
True. I had those friends in high school that, you know, had the fashion magazines, and I never understood them. I was like,
well, that part I definitely had the fashion magazine. I still have the fashion
of
magazine.
course, that came into my life much later. But yeah, it the whole glam thing didn't compute until much later.
Oh yeah, I was like old school Adidas. I had the Adidas with the stripes. I would wear like Dickies. Do you remember Dickies? Like
I do.
Dickie
Are
pants.
those the long shorts?
Or Jenkos.
Long shorts?
I had the long shorts, yeah. I still have long shorts. I actually wore them the other night.
Well, they're very safari, darling.
Yeah, I do. I love the safari look. Yeah, but I love like slack shorts and then like suit jackets.
Well, in Palm Beach, they're linen.
Yeah, exactly. Well, for the heat, right? But yeah, no, I loved like that whole just kind of like mixing, you know, and just.
So
like,
you got into fashion early, just naturally, just instinctually.
I
continue to be very, very strong force in the fashion business, because I think you told me you were actually going with your branding and your clients and your connectivity. You're going to the Hamptons fashion show?
Yeah, actually one of my very good friends has a PR agency called DCGPR. We do a lot of collaborations together, and she is one of the hosts for Hamptons Fashion Week.
How is that? Have you been before?
No, this is actually my first time. I got the call from her, and
isn't that awesome?
But I'm like,
Go
I'll be there.
Hamptons.
I'll be there. Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful. If you're going to be in the Hamptons, definitely let us know, and we can, let you know where. I think
So
we're
the
supposed
Hamptons
to-
are recovering like Palm Beach.
Hamptons, yeah, Hamptons are. I mean, I was there recently. I think some places are pretty busy, and then some places.
Are they doing the masks or sand masks?
No, they're not actually.
All right, so Hamptons Fashion Week is on. What are the dates?
Yeah, Hamptons Fashion Week is on. It's August, and it'll be. I think it's like around the 10th. Don't quote me. I'll send you the actual dates. I think it's around the 10th.
HamptonsFashion.com or something like that?
Hamptons Fashion Week is. I don't know.
Let's use the Google.
Should we Google it?
Yes, use the Google. If you really need to know, use the Google.
Or just reach out to me. I mean,
there you go. Reach out to JACLYN Milford.
You can.
She's
reach
on
out to
Facebook,
me.
Instagram.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's
and then
exciting.
following the Hamptons.
Yeah. So then, my company, Women of Wall Street, we will be doing a dinner party in New York for New York Fashion Week. We usually do a dinner party.
New York Fashion Week in September.
Yeah, we bring designers in.
That's
so
a big deal.
We do.
New York is at a state where they're bringing back the Fashion Week?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
So the last 2 years, they still did a fashion week, but they actually did a virtual one. So Times Square.
Last year was weird. Last year was
was
very strange for New York Fashion Week. I was noticing because I used to shoot Fashion Week as well, and in Bryant Park, I did Bryant Park.
Oh yeah.
So that was amazing. And then they moved to the Lincoln Center. So where's the Fashion Week going to be this September?
I think everyone's kind of doing it like in different venues. I'm not sure where the actual like.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, as far as I know.
So sort of private stuff off
a
location.
lot.
The Pier. What was that? Pier 60 or something? Pier 40. They used to have stuff down there.
I mean, I haven't looked at all the locations, but I know that
they're still figuring it out.
there's there's a lot of like indie designers that are coming in that are doing shows, but it's usually, I mean, every time that I've been, it's, you have like main shows like one place, but there's so much that goes on like underneath the surface of like mainstream.
The different offshoots.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Absolutely.
There's like all the parties. And
Did you see? Did it cross your radar that Giorgio Armani did an 80-person fashion show at his home during Milan Fashion Week just recently?
I'm not surprised.
80 people. How does Giorgio Armani figure out which 80 people could come to his fashion show? Like, wow.
So in attendance or the actual
In attendance.
models? Yeah.
No, in attendance. Only 80 people could go.
Oh yeah.
Which would include the media.
Oh yeah, it's probably like
Wow.
the major influencers that have like over 2 million followers and media. Well, that's what actually a lot of designers, it used to be like you've always had like the press and all of that, and like a lot of designers have really just pulled back to having, press and fashion influencers attending and some celebrities. It's not like,
So they're really leveraging the internet marketing.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody.
Well, New York is exciting. Well done.
Yeah.
I hope I get an invitation.
I definitely.
I would love to go.
Would you go?
I would be there tomorrow.
Really? Okay.
If it was your event, absolutely.
Yeah.
Please invite me.
Okay.
And besides, I have a little hidden project that I'm doing, and I have some people in New York that I have to go see.
Oh, see,
So
there
that
you
would
go.
be a perfect opportunity.
That's why I always love doing things in New York, because like there's so many of us that can go there and like make it a little weekend trip, get a couple meetings done.
Yeah, go
like,
here,
see a
go
couple
there.
friends,
Yeah,
and
make some rounds.
just- yeah, exactly.
I love that. So, you've been traveling a little bit, June, May, April.
Yeah.
How is it elsewhere in regards to the recovery compared to
Yeah.
Florida?
So I've actually spent like the last year almost traveling constantly. I've traveled every single
I
month.
called you a lot, and you're like, I'm not there.
Yeah, I know. Like, sorry, I can't come.
I'll be back in 10 days.
And then I'm like, well, see, the thing about me is I always buy a one-way ticket. I very seldomly have purchased a round trip, because I
That's
like
very fluid of you.
I like to go with the flow and kind of
Yeah.
see like, all right, where's
I
pulling
like
me?
that.
And I work from my computer mostly.
Right.
So
Have a computer, we'll travel.
yeah, so exactly.
Good for you.
Which sucked when I left it in an airport recently. So
You lost your computer?
I did.
You
yeah.
did not.
I got it back, but
Oh, thank God.
It came at the end of my trip, so it was shipped back to Florida. But yeah,
What a
that was
heart attack.
oh, I nearly died. I'm like, my documents.
Yeah, that's
Lord,
your
it's not
life.
true, my documents.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I was-
goodness.
I was
Okay,
freaking out.
but it returned to you.
Yeah,
it was
returned
meant to be.
me.
Good.
It was meant to be.
So what's it like out there? Are
Yeah,
people wearing
so-
masks? Are people nervous? Are people getting vaccines? Like, what's going on?
I think everyone in New York has been vaccinated. Don't quote me, but yeah, New York is really
They're opening up.
New York is mostly open. There's a couple places you go into and they say that you can't dine inside unless you've been vaccinated, or there's shows going on.
How are
like
they going to
concerts.
tell? Yeah, I've been
You have to show your
vaccinated.
card.
Oh, you have to show your card.
You have to show a card. Yeah. And
Show me your papers.
yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the logic for you. You can't dine inside. However, if you want to go inside to use the bathroom,
I was just going to say, to use the bathroom.
they don't say anything.
With a mask, without a mask.
Without a mask, they don't say anything. So I
So
think
crazy.
it's more so like individual establishments are deciding what to do. But majority of New York is opened up. People are pretty
Do you
relaxed.
feel safe in New York these days? Because I see lots of crazy shit going on.
There's a lot of I mean, you really, as I always say, when it comes to New York,
As a woman,
anywhere,
safety,
I don't care. I don't care if
an
you're
attractive woman.
in the nicest plaza. I don't care if you're in the Hamptons or wherever you are. You always have to be careful of your surroundings. There was a woman a couple days ago who she was running, and a guy in New York, he walked past her and then he came back and then he jumped on her and assaulted her, and they caught it on
Central
camera.
Park?
No, not Central Park. No, but it was a sexual assault. And
No.
yeah, but okay, here's my advice for women.
Was it a big dude?
No, it wasn't a big dude. No.
Aw,
But
poor
he
girl.
leaped, he jumped, right.
Oh,
Never walk on the same side of the street as someone when you're by yourself. And
There
never
you
do.
go.
Always cross.
cross.
It kind of felt like maybe she might
Reacted
have
too
known
late.
Well, I think you know when someone's behind you, so
Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, I hope that
you know.
I hope that she's okay.
Yeah, I know.
I hope that
that's
she's
that's
okay.
really traumatic. So
Yeah, no, don't go jogging through Central Park
But
or
yeah.
jogging like it's so difficult these days. You never know where some psycho is going to be lurking.
Right,
So
yeah.
maybe jog with somebody else.
But I think it got really scary when the city was empty because people felt like there was more opportunity. If they were going to attack someone, there was more opportunity to do it, or there was less eyes on them.
Well,
so,
didn't the crime spike
the
in New
crime
York
did spike.
300%?
yeah, it did spike, and
Way to go, Mayor.
yeah. So you just have to be aware of your
Right,
surroundings.
right.
So I don't feel.
Okay, so compared to New York
Yeah.
and where else? You went to
Okay.
LA, right? You were
I
in LA.
spent a couple months in LA. Yeah.
What's LA like?
I love LA.
Who doesn't love LA? But the homeless are kind of taking over
Ooh.
there too, are they not?
Okay, well let's talk about this because LA. Let's say California.
Too many
in a lot
tents.
of ways.
Look at the tents.
Is right. So California and LA especially got really out of control during COVID. I mean, there was tents everywhere. Like if you went to Venice Beach, there were tents all along.
Still.
And then there's tents. There was tents on all over Hollywood Boulevard.
What?
I actually was working from a cafe in Melrose, and the owner came outside and he said to me to put my computer away because they had people running
Coming by
by
and swiping?
and robbing in
No.
Melrose. And apparently, in Beverly Hills as well, there was a ton of crime, and so.
Desperate people, man.
But California has a new initiative to actually clean all of that up. They're putting, a lot of money into
The
trying
police?
to. Not the police. No, I don't think they're putting money.
Nah, why would they want to do that?
They're saying they're going to get they want the homeless people to be moved from off the street. It's a really touchy subject, right? Because these people
humanity
need somewhere to go, but yet LA has so many buildings sitting empty. If someone could shed some light on that, I would love to know, because I've spent a lot of time with the homeless. Like, I fed the homeless out there.
Same.
Like, tried to,
well, not in LA, but
and they're
in Miami.
These are like, a lot of them are like educated people, you know, and you know, for whatever reason they
all
ended
kinds
up there.
of reasons.
Yeah, but it's crazy that
Terrible reasons.
How does California have like some of the toughest import laws? You know, and they're really, you know, I feel like they're always like very forward on, you know, have like a very progressive type of mentality about like, you know, health and, you know, taking care of the environment. Yet they have like really bad pollution. They have a lot of issues, and you know,
sounds
just
contradictory to me.
It is. But California was great otherwise. Love Californians.
They're trying to open up. They're not trying to open up.
They're fully open. California is a
no masks.
No masks. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean.
And then you come back to Florida and go, phew, home.
But California was great during COVID, because you could go and hike and you could be outdoors. And I hiked almost every single morning, or I walked.
Oh, that's nice.
As much as I could.
There are parts of California that are absolutely stunning and gorgeous and amazing.
Yeah, and actually, as you move through California, there were places throughout the pandemic that were more relaxed, and then there were places that weren't. Like LA was pretty strict. You know, San Francisco like was very strict, but there were like Newport was not as strict. Arizona like was pretty relaxed as well.
Okay. Well, let's bring it back to home.
Yeah.
And we are really almost very close to being out of time.
Oh.
Do you believe that?
Quick.
Isn't that fast?
Yeah.
So let's do one quick little taste test.
Okay.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I don't know. How am I supposed to fool you? I don't think I can. So I'll just treat you well.
That's always the solution. Just treat you. I'll just treat you well. I don't know how to fool you. I'll just treat you well. Well, I wish every man would say that.
Amen. Yeah. That's the blood orange.
It's the one I wanted.
Yeah, there you go. See? Give a girl what she wants, and everybody will be happy.
All right.
Now, real quickly, locally, today's Friday.
I know.
If you were going to go out tonight, I don't know if you have plans or not, but if you were going to go out tonight, what would you recommend? Go.
Oh, personally?
Happy hour first.
My happy hour spot. Okay, I mean, Lenora's, most likely. I like Lenora's.
Lenora's on Clematis?
Lenora's on Clematis.
All right, more tequila.
You have to go there. So Lenora's.
Exactly. It's brand ambassador.
Honestly,
you need to incorporate that.
You do. It's into your slogan. Lenora's.
Blah, blah, blah.
It's always 5 o'clock somewhere.
Okay, so happy hour Lenora's, dinner where?
Oh, okay. I love Emoto. I love their.
That's next to Bukan.
Yes.
Sushi.
Yeah.
Emoto Sushi next to Bukan.
Yeah, I
dinner.
like Emoto, or Lola has been kind of a favorite of
Where's
mine.
Lola?
Lola 41 is right next to Meat Market. Yeah.
Next to?
I mean, yeah, it's on the same. Well, not like next to, but it's like it's right there.
Is that where the elephant place is?
Yeah. It's in the same hotel.
The Elephant Palace. What's it called? Elephant.
Yeah.
Little Elephant.
So I will preface that when you ask me where, I'm like, oh, there's my. When you ask me where I would go, like, just know that I am like in my heart someone who listens to bands. I'm not probably
Live music girl.
a Cucina Although I have been there many times, but
She
I
is
would
crazy.
be more of a, going back to Rodney, I'm more of a respectables,
Aw,
hullabaloo.
back
like,
down to street level.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, come on.
Hey,
Just
keeping
'cause,
it
like,
real.
We gotta keep it real.
Keeping it
because,
real. You're my girl.
you
We're
know,
keeping it real. Whoop, I missed you.
Steal up, none of that.
It was my left hand.
I
My
know,
right
it's
hand's
my
much
left
better.
hand, too. I don't know why I just did my left hand, but yeah.
Okay, what about late night tonight? Where would you go?
Okay, on a Friday, oh, what's the one with the pool?
The Ben? No, that's
no,
not late night.
the pool tables.
Oh, that's subculture. That is
Why can't I think of the name?
Last
right now?
Weekend.
Last Weekend.
I win. I
like,
get a
see,
cookie.
okay, that block, I feel like, yeah, you get a cookie. I love that whole, that block, you know. I love Kapow, and I just love the subculture group. I think they're great people.
They're fantastic.
All about community, and you know what? You always feel it's a very welcoming area. So,
Yeah, it is.
yeah.
Okay, well, maybe I'll see you out and about tonight because
I know.
there is something going on. Kapow has the drag queens tonight.
Do they?
Yes, so I'm going to go check it
Oh
out.
my God, really?
Mhm, for
Is that
fun.
new?
I don't know relatively, but my boy Chris Rhodes is he produces, promotes, books the talent, and he will be on the show later this month.
Wow.
So thank you for coming.
Thank you. Should we finish?
We're gonna
our
finish
shots?
our shots.
Okay.
Here's
Thank you
to
for
the
having
rest of
me.
the summer.
Aw.
God bless everybody.
God
Thank you for
bless
being
you.
here, Jaclyn.
Oh,
You're
thank
beautiful.
you. Love you. Oh,
Love
one
you
more.
too. Thanks, George Clooney. Okay, so thank you, Alexander Dupuy, for the extra. And tomorrow, please tune in at high noon, same place, same time. And we have Jamilette, chef. She has just opened up a new place.
Oh my God! I
At the
just ran into
Social
her
House.
the other day.
You did,
Yeah.
Jamie? I'm
Yeah.
DJing on Sunday for the opening.
No way! Oh my God!
You better be there.
I'll come.
She's going to be here on Saturday, tomorrow, to talk about it.
I just ran into her.
Yay!
I love her.
And then Sunday
Yeah.
is the opening at the Social House in the back garden in Lake Worth. So,
Oh my
if you
God.
need something to do,
There you go.
thank you for being here,
Thank you.
and see you guys tomorrow. No.
Huh.
Bye, 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 everybody. Thanks for watching. I don't think it recorded again, motherfucker.
No.
It was recording and then it just turned off.
You know, maybe the screensaver went on. Is that what's happening?
What? How does that happen? How does that happen? Please, 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 please don't do this to me. Okay, I have you, but how much of you do I have?
You know John Terlizzi?
I don't know. Do I?
That would be so funny if you did. John? He's like a DJ from like way back in the day.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, tall, skinny guy.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Haven't seen him forever.
Well, I think, yeah, he lives somewhere else now, but I grew
Oh.
up with him. Like, I used to go, I don't know if you ever, I used to go to like Revolver,